Stitt gets an editorial from Rick Perry, because Rick's going to comment on Oklahoma's criminal justice reform. And, in the same week, we're executing someone and, don't really have, a clear conscience about this or a way that we're thinking about this that's good or reasonable. Psychedelic episode. Sorry about that. Yeah, I muted the one mic, so hopefully it's better now. But anyway, Stitt is arguing that the pardon, or some folks were arguing the Pardon and Parole Board didn't have the power to do clemency, or Stitt didn't have the power to do clemency because the Pardon and Parole Board didn't recommend it. But of course, the governor has the power to do this at any time, and of course he did not. Donald Grant was executed yesterday at 10:16 in the morning. So I guess I'm just trying to think, like, how do we reconcile, this fluff piece from Rick Perry in the Tulsa World editorial saying that he's like this great criminal justice reformer for something that he did, 2 years ago, and yet we're like fast tracking, executions now again in Oklahoma.
There, honestly, I don't think there is any reconciling it. I just read the Rick Perry piece, and it's trash, bro. Okay, he did the state question 780 is I think what they were talking about in there, where he lowered these drug crimes to misdemeanors or whatever. But at the end of the day, like Rick Perry says in the article that, instead of going after those who we're mad at, we need to go against those who are, hurting us or whatever, some shit. But it's just like, we know that jails and the criminal justice system and this unjust sentencing, like, none of this stuff helps. This doesn't make our communities any safer. This doesn't prevent crime from happening in the future. This doesn't prevent, more Donald Grants from committing whatever crime he's accused of or, committing versus us killing him. Like, it doesn't make any sense. He is not some kind of criminal justice guru. He is murdering people, and it's not okay. We are murdering people because it's our tax dollars carrying out these executions. Everyone should be pissed right now.
Yeah. Anna, thoughts?
I'm just down here on the part about First Lady Sarah Stitt and her tremendous leadership towards improving Oklahoma's justice system. He goes on to talk about how through the Sarah Stitt Act, it ensures those involved with the legal system receive state ID, successful reentry, and opportunity for gainful employment. But I don't know what that actually looks like. So we have this act, but what organizations are out here doing this? I haven't seen any. Do you guys know of any? Yeah, that's what I thought.
I feel like with the commutations, like, it was just an opportunity for Stitt to, like, roll out the big check and, like, get all the selfies with people. It was just purely a, self-aggrandizing thing. I always go back to also, because from what I remember reading in the editorial, something like, they said 500. I thought it was less than that. But, we have 50,000 people, like, in the DOC orbit at, like, any given time. So when you think about, like, how... And that was 500 people, like, 2 years ago. So it's like... And he's done very few cents.
I want to point out that, okay, we want to talk about how Stitt did the sweeping criminal justice reform when it comes to drug crimes, right? However, I just served on the jail trust subcommittee, and one of the reports I got the privilege of reading was a report of all of the charges charged in the jail up until the date of me receiving the report. And the number one charge was possession of drugs.
Yeah.
So you did all of this, but still the number one charge going through the Oklahoma County jail is possession of drugs. Like, that's bullshit.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he can only speak out if it's, again, something that he gets to, like, directly take credit for and point to and have Rick Perry read an editorial for. It's so hollow from a justice standpoint. And then, of course, juxtaposing with, like, the, incredible coverage from the Black Wall Street Times of just, like, how egregious, these death penalty cases are. He made the right call on the Julius. Well, he cut the baby in half on the Julius Jones deal, and sentenced him to life without parole. But it's just cold comfort, I feel like, for many of us.
I think before anybody should be singing Kevin Stitt praises on criminal justice reform, he needs to invest money into education. He needs to invest money into mental health resources, housing, food. Why do we have hungry children? Fuck, no, bro.
Well,
no.
And that's the interesting thing about the Rick Perry editorial, blowing smoke at Kevin Stitt. It's it says in there that Texas made these huge investments in mental health and made these huge efforts to close prisons, and it's really Stitt has done none of that. I mean, and certainly doesn't advocate for that. He only advocates for the showboaty cosmetic stuff, and so I mean it's just
because the people who vote for him are only surface level deep. He only tackles surface level deep issues.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching our video. Please give it a like and hit that subscribe button for more content. If you want to engage with us, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram.